Good evening and welcome to Requiem for London. Tonight we set our scene in a place that we've seen before, but yeah, the Night Slayer Bar, a punk bar that I suppose leaves a lot to be desired for some people. This place is a kind of a wreck. Well, not really a wreck, but at least a dive bar. Yeah, of some repute, if you can talk about repute. Anyways, inside there are maybe like 10, 12 people. One of them is Natalia, who's become sort of a local, kind of a local. Like people know her. Like she's been here before, and she's been here a lot recently. I mean, this is the only place she can really go out because everywhere else is, well, uh, unsafe, let's say. But tonight she's going to get visitors she did not expect, and there's no way this could go wrong, right?
Of course. This is the Chronicle of Darkness where only good things happen.
Yes.
But Julian will be waiting at the entrance of the bar, his eyes scanning left and right to look for a particular person he invited to meet him there. He is wearing baggier clothes, not baggier, but heavier clothes than usual, uh, and things that somewhat kind of obfuscate his face.
So Charlie will arrive shortly after he does, giving him a bright smile and a polite wave. She is looks to be like a punk individual herself, in her late 20s, with black hair, the left side of the head shaved, various piercings adorning her face, and just simple leather jacket that seems to be through better days at this point. Boots, a plain white T-shirt. She gives him a bright wave and says, "Julian, I haven't seen you in a while. I I really wasn't expecting your invitation."
He nods and says, "It has been some time. Like, I know this must seem sudden, but I felt that I had some information I should talk to you about, and just general upkeep."
Yeah, I think we've both got some information to share.
Yeah. And he will kind of, not kind of, uh, he will open the door for her to go into the bar.
Thank you kindly. And she'll walk in.
And Julian would follow, and he would see a familiar face that he hasn't seen in a while. Um, a bit of shock on it because it's been so long.
Actually, Natalia's just sitting at a table alone with there's a beer in front of her, um, and she's just sitting at a computer, a laptop. She's just looking at it. She's has no idea you're there. And this is better. I'm going to change it over, but this is a better picture of what she's dressed like. Like some studs, like also a leather jacket, like kind of like she fits in with the vibe. I'm just going to change it over again, but this is more a case of what she looks like. But I just like this picture better. Just bear with me. Um, yeah, but yeah, she there's studs, there's stuff, but yeah, she's not having company. She's just sitting there typing away.
Julian would hesitate for a moment as Charlie kind of goes further into the bar, and he'll make sure to grab her attention and point to that table where the lone woman is with her computer.
This isn't suspect at all, Julian.
He shakes his head as he catches up with her. No, I remember her being at this particular area, but I haven't seen her in ages now. So this might be actually fortuitous for us. I said,
Well, all right then. Lead the way.
and he does. And as he gets to the table, he does a generous knock to get her Natalia's attention.
Her head kind of snaps up, and she just looks at you for a couple of seconds, and you, Captain, hello, good to see you. Um, what can I help you with?
I'm not sure yet. I honestly thought you might have left London by now. Haven't seen
Oh,
you.
yeah, fuck that. Uh, so you're not here to turn me in. That's good.
Mm,
She
yeah.
looks to the other person. Who's this?
Uh, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Charlie Barnett.
Charlie Burnett. Good. Hello. I am Olga. You get the current person. That's not her name.
Well, all right then, Olga. It
Ah,
seems
fuck.
you.
That's so fucking stupid. My name is Natalia. I'm get like if you were here to fucking turn me in, you would have done it. How are you doing? Can I help you?
Looks to Julian.
Said, I don't know, but you might be able to help you. Yes. And he says, may we sit down?
Uh, sure. Go for it. Go for it. She closes her computer, packs it in a bag she has next to her.
And as Julian sits down and kind of looks between you two, he says, I hope this isn't gonna come to you at a bad time, Natalia.
Every time is a bedtime. So I mean, what else is new?
That's it. And he nods ruthfully at her. I sorry I couldn't be more help with you earlier.
I mean, there's really no need to apologize. I mean, I was pretty much fucked sideways 3 times. Like I could not do anything, and I don't think honestly anyone could have helped me. I'm still alive, and I'm now free of those jackasses, which I'm now again in open war against. But all in all, like it's mostly this outstanding warrant that's a problem. But
I know the feel of that.
yeah,
Oh. He then looks over to Charlie, excuse me, and says, I got perspective of what happened in the deeps from Mr. Hartwell. I was curious what your side of the story was.
Is this really the safest place to have such a conversation?
It actually is. That's why I chose this place.
trust me, most people here are so drunk or high they wouldn't be able to remember anything. Trust me,
Or care about the law or any type of politics that they want to get involved.
that too.
She sighs and says, It's an owl den. I don't it's that's a whole can of worms that I personally at least need to like put on the shelf for just a second while I deal with a million other issues I'm having to deal with right now. But yeah, no, that's a problem. And if it was possible to bring the sun down into a sewer and light the bitch up, I would say that would be the best plan. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Alexander had a similar answer. Anything else that you might have noticed or known? I'm trying to compare notes at this point.
It's like the so the Nosferatu, they can do that wibbly wobbly thing where they mess with like buildings, but it's an illusion or whatever. It was like that, and I don't. I guess Strix can take Kendrick corpses and possess them now or something, because there was one in there with like the gray man's body, and that apparently was a Carthian from like 20 years ago. But now all the revenants in that area are just a bunch of owl cultists. So, and she kind of shows like there's a couple of them that get out of the sewers and aren't crazy, and that's good. But yeah, the ones in the sewers are a little not. Yeah, that's a problem. That is going to be worse of a problem now that we tried and failed to kill them. And she turns to Natalia and is like, I guess I don't know how much you're aware of all this, but like, do you?
Not even a little bit, but I know it's, and she just points to Julian. I know it's somehow his fault. I mean,
It's
I'm quite certain of it, actually.
surprisingly not. Surprisingly,
What?
it isn't. No, it's not. It's like some rollover.
Hey,
It's
hey,
like some rollover from
congratulations!
like 20 years
Congratulations,
ago.
Julian. It's finally no longer your fault. That's good. That's improvement, right? There's a bit of a mockery in it. Yeah, that's clear.
Miss Barnett, continue. Yes, we'll try the best. I'm like he didn't hear that comment.
Yeah, no. So it's not his fault. It's just a bunch of rollover from like the first war 20 years ago.
Yeah, fuck me. So, what happened?
Well, we went into the sewers, right? And we saw somebody there. I think it's somebody's kid. I don't remember whose kid it is. But like they're an uplifted revenant, and they were going to help us out, but they were like kind of missing most of their bits at that point. So, but
Yeah.
they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're not dead. I mean, they're dead, but like they're not, finally dead.
Right. Okay.
And so we went in, and none of us could see anything except for Alexander. And I think that's just like some weird maquette thing he can do. I don't know.
Alexander. Who is that?
Alexander Hartwell's is kind of he's a little weird and he's a little rude, but he was very helpful.
Okay. Yeah, don't think I know the guy, but all right.
Don't tell him I called him weird. I don't know if you take offense to that or not.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, no. So Alexander could see, and he kind of guided us through because it was like pitch black, and then we got to this part of the sewer where the Gray Man was there and a bunch of other revenants, and they all had like, the eye thing going on. And then it was like, oh, the owls are in the walls. So we started hitting the walls, and they kind of like started trying to pull people in. And it was a whole mess. And I kind of don't remember a lot of it because then I started frenzying because Alex summoned fire, and that wasn't great. And the next thing I remember was just like running out of the sewers, and Mr. Constantine was there, and he helped guide us out. But like, yeah, every revenant in the sewer is just fucked.
All right. Okay. I have even less reason to go into the sewers now.
Oh no, don't
that-
go into sewers. There's no gators
noted.
down there, but it's
What? Gators? Really?
no, there's not. We looked.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So this has nothing to do with like the war that's going on.
No.
This-
This does kinda tech in a weird roundabout way. Yes. So this whole war thing. 20 years ago, there was a war, and like the Invictus won or whatever. I think I don't know. I wasn't really paying
Oh
attention.
yeah, they did. Sadly.
I wasn't here 20 years ago. But then like the Gray Man died in that, and then the Gray Man is now in the sewers. Or maybe it's like an owl pretended to be the Gray Man. I don't know. So that's what's going on in the sewers, and he hates Stanforth and wants to kill Stanforth for some reason. And then Stanforth is in this war with the Invictus because his daddy is some important dude in the Invictus or whatever and wants him to be prince, but he's Carthian, so like that's a little awkward. And that's what the current war is really about. Also, apparently the prince and the sheriff are the same person.
That's, yeah, I mean, they're Invictus, like they're manipulative assholes. I mean, I really am getting so fucking tired of these politics. It's kind of incredible that this fucking can bother me so. You know what? I'm just going to. Right. Okay. So none of you have heard anything new about uh, Fugitive Escaping Justice?
Looks to Julian.
Not him, me.
I'm not really that associated with the criminal element, but I have not heard anything.
I highly doubt at this point you're a priority like you were before.
That's good.
Though you may become a priority in association.
Well, my priority in the fact that I'm now Carthian, so yeah, but
That's what I wish to bring up. Which, wait, then he kind of said, like, wait, you left the Invictus.
yes, I thought that was fairly obvious.
I haven't talked to you since the warrant went out for your arrest.
Right. And I wasn't able to give like official statement to anyone really. I needed to get the fuck out of there and get underground. Well, it's not. Well, I'm hoping it's going to get better, and once we hopefully win this war, my sentence is commuted or whatever it's called.
Well,
Keep in mind that I never had any choice in joining the Invictus in the first place.
I believe you. It's. Yeah, he kind of just shakes his head, almost getting lost in his, trying to stop from getting lost in his thoughts. I've heard anecdotally, though, from a good source, the owls have been, let's just say, attracted to the Carthian movement. And I believe it's through this gray man, or is his name just simply Grayman?
I don't know.
I haven't seen any owls really. Like,
Oh,
is
they
that
are 100% around. Like, yikes.
yeah? But they haven't like visited me or anything. So
That's
Mhm.
good.
I mean, I
Yep.
haven't had too much human contact in general. So you know,
But much like your kind, just because you don't see them doesn't mean they're not there.
sure. But like the way you're talking, that they're 100% real. My guess is I wouldn't be in doubt if they were after me or any way around me. Yes.
And he nods. And the likelihood of them being in this place right now is pretty low. What I'm,
If they've been like hitting places or people or what?
as far as I can tell, they've been organizing, which is a scary thought. And source tells me they've been organizing under the guise of the Carthian movement.
Oh, they're in the Invictus too.
I heard that as well.
Oh, I've seen them.
But what or who are they? Like,
She
what
shrugs
do
and is
we
like,
mean?
I don't know his name, but like, okay, so when I first got to the city, I kind of got possessed by one. And then, like, all the Archons were like trying to hunt me down and kill me. And one of them was wearing sunglasses. But then, like, I saw his eyes through the sunglasses and he had like the yellow eyes too. So, like, they're in the Invictus too.
From a particular source I got, they feel that the Carthian movement is, let's just say, in terminal care because of the owls. The Invictus, they felt that they might be able to clear that out without destroying it. I'm in disagreement of the idea of the Carthian movement just simply being eliminated, but I'm also ignorant on many of these factors. And he looks over to Charlie and says, and the Lankea have been making active movements against the Ordo in this past few months.
It's more reactionary than you think.
But then looks over back to Natalia. I would say to you, Miss Polenko, just I know this may be redundant, but be on your toes. And I hope for your safety, obviously.
Well, thank you, but yeah, that goes like without saying. But yeah,
And as far as Stanford being a child of somebody old, eh, I hear that is true as well. I hear his sire is a very, very old kindred.
He is, and he wants. So, as far as I know, he wants Stanforth to be Prince.
Yeah. Probably wishes to live through him in a way.
No, I think it's just like every other member of his bloodline has been Prince. So it's kind of bad that he's not. It's more of a pride thing.
yeah, and it should honestly not be a thing. You should you should fight for what you believe in, not for pride. Unless you believe in pride, which would be fucking stupid. Well, I guess I'm well further away from politics, but I don't can never escape it, which is really fucking annoying. So what? What? She points at Charlie. So who are you with? Like, you know,
I'm, I'm sanctified.
there's a bit of a pause, like an eyebrow just quirks up. You're with like the extent of, wow, okay. What's, is that, I mean, I was about to, like, say really fit in, but isn't that little, it's not what you wear at mass, I'm supposing.
What are you talking about? A lot of us dress like this.
Well, okay.
But one of the former sheriffs was sanctified. She looks just. We both look.
Oh, yeah. I've met her.
Yeah, no, she's sanctified. She's an inquisitor.
Yeah, it's just, right. Forget I said anything. It's just a bit weird for me. But you know what? To each his own. And look, I mean, I like your style a lot. Trust me.
Thank
Like,
you.
it's just not what I like. Religious people. I don't know. It's weird. Never mind. Julian, you said something about helping.
Well, that was my help. The heads up.
Well,
And
great. Okay, that's perfect. Sure.
since I may not care much about your covenants, but I do care about at least you two as individuals, this is something that will be food for thought for yourselves.
Hey, I'm still waiting until I get a go ahead to burn down the first giant corporate building. Like I'm still waiting for that. It's going to be great.
The Ordo, or at least parts of the Ordo, let's be honest. Let's just say they're gauging their interest in what side they want to take. And I'm hearing from a relatively decent vocal number that they want to side with the Invictus.
Well, that's good. I was about to say that when there's one side is clearly oppression and the other isn't, there really isn't a choice in the matter. But you know, stuck up assholes will be stuck up assholes. I mean,
So if you want my honest opinion, I said the Ordo doesn't really care who necessarily wins or loses. They just care about what the numbers say, or less of the numbers say, what will cause the least amount of trouble for them in their research.
which
They
is why I didn't join the Ordo as well.
and he nods. They feel the Invictus will bring the most personal stability. The others would disagree, as the Invictus have been proven to be deceitful liars to a level that is unsatisfactory.
I mean, you said it was quite obvious. I would say this is even more obvious than your warning or help before. But I know. It's
That's it. I will do it in the best of my power if, for whatever reason, we would have to come in conflict to try to figure out a way to be peaceful about it. Like I
I
and
said,
if
mean,
I need help, can I make a bat signal?
I believe you still have my phone number.
No, but thinking about it, like we should have certain like a bat signal, like a thing like a projector. We could even make it a bat. Like it could be just be Batman's sign, but it's just like someone is in trouble. We need to like assemble and shit.
Well, if you can find a building that allows you to use the roof and get a light that bright, you can Go right ahead with that.
Oh, it's just going to be what's. I mean, yeah, guess it's going to be in the fucking back burner for a while. I have work to do.
I mean, to be quite honest, all this mess between the Invictus and the Carthians, no offense to our Carthian friend here, but at the end of the day, it's their fight.
It is their fight, but unfortunately, their fight is really big.
We've made it bigger by getting involved.
Well,
But you're fighting against oppression. You make sure you're making it bigger, but I honestly don't see the point in not fighting. Honestly, I would more see it as a potential problem if you're not in the fight. What happens afterwards once one or the other side is victorious? Can you honestly think that they're going to leave you alone 100% certain?
The Lankea and the Invictus are already on very bad terms. Joshua made sure of that.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
And as much as I would hope solving that problem would solve that problem, it's not gonna.
So you're only interested in fighting for the Lord. That's pretty much it.
Um, I'm interested in making sure nobody burns this city down, which, quite frankly, is what Verve wants to do.
Only burn down those people who deserve it, honestly.
Fire
And trust me,
spreads.
yeah, certain people deserve to get fucking bulldozed.
No, you're right. I'm not arguing against that. I'm arguing against the method.
Hmm. Well, you are fighting against like undead, hmm, how to call it, corporate assholes mixed with undead monsters. It doesn't get pretty any more evil than that. We're gonna have to use everything we've got. But look, we should be having this discussion, not here. And besides, I'm not really in the fight as of yet, since I'm still, well, ducking mostly.
I guess I guess what I'm trying to say is you can fight the good fight all day long, but if either side levels this city, it levels it for all of us.
Which is another argument for ending the fight quickly.
but as always, in any fight, what side do you want to be on?
Yeah, but I mean, the more indecisive the fight is, the longer it's going to take and the more it's going to burn down. So,
True.
but look, I know where I stand, and I'm freer now than I've been in years. So, in that sense, I'm happy. But I know you should make your own choices. I'm not here to force you to make choices or anything, but just saying my mind for the first time in 2 years. So I kind of have to. But
Julian
can I
nods respectfully to that.
can I ask you something, Charlie? You've come from the south of the United States, right?
I'm from Memphis.
Exactly. Um, you don't you don't sound like Chile. You sound kind of like my idea of a very Christian. stuff, but you're a bit odd. You know that? Like, it just looks you up and down. You, I mean, I get the whole getup, but like you sound and you're like into religion. It's a little. She scratches the back of her head a little bit. Oh no, I've fucking done it again. I'm being rude.
Uh,
I'm sorry. It's just a little bit weird.
Charlie laughs and says, "Oh, don't worry about that. If it adds to any confusion, I was a professional ballerina and a debutante for a couple years. I get making your own decisions and speaking for yourself. I chose this," and she gestures to herself. And I can assure you, while we want the people to follow certain religious beliefs over others, we are on a different path ourselves in the sanctified.
Yeah, I I used to be quite against like the sanctum, but I've learned a couple of things. Do you know a girl called Tara? Who used to be a revenant, but got saved.
Maybe.
If you meet her, say hi from Italia. Just
I'll be sure to do that. I and I trust. I assure you, you're not gonna offend me by asking questions. Julian here even asked why I was embraced one time. So
oh yeah, trust me. Like spending time with Joshua Bainforth, I'm quite what shall we say, filled in on the sanctified and what you are about. So don't. It's fine. I got all my questions answered. What is he
funny
doing?
you should mention Bainforth.
Wasn't he like spearheading the war or something?
He's Charlie like thinks about how to phrase this. Well, my sire is a very influential is not quite the right word. Well, he stoked a lot of fires, we'll put it like that.
Please don't tell me that I just offended you and that he is your sire.
No, he is my sire, but you didn't offend me.
Okay, thank God. I'm really like. I mean, he got the results, and he was kind of a decent guy, but man, like if he just got on the Jesus, uh, Languinus, whatever train, he wouldn't fucking shut up. It was constant, like it was a bit exhausting, But what
He's
it's
not the best representative of who we are.
well, I mean that's really not for me to judge. It just this is what's my. Is he around?
No.
Oh, okay. I kind of got that vibe from the way you were talking. What do you see? What's happened? What like if you don't want to talk about it, that's totally cool. But
Well, it's complicated. He he's around. He just made some choices, and it's made things difficult.
yeah,
I,
that's normally how it works.
he got right now. He's blood hunted by the Invictus. Um, he's really the main reason we're at war with the Ordo right now. Uh, the Crone, Lincoln and Crone just never get along. I don't think he's done anything to them. and he's all right with the Carthians. He just made a lot of choices.
Okay, you are at war with the Ordo.
Mm-hmm.
Natalia's face or head just slowly goes over to Julian. Looks at Julian. Looks at you.
Oh, guess you weren't there for that declaration that Joshua made.
I'm guessing there's more to it since it just points between the two of you. You know.
His statement at the time is not untrue, but let's just put it, it's not beyond our nature, and we never try to lie about that either. But we didn't sanction the certain things that got happened at the Shard. At least, not the main group did.
Right. Okay. I mean, right.
And he kind of shifts his head like in annoyed thought. Joshua did not like the fact that our people were experimenting on kindred and human alike to make weapons. He saw that as a front to decency and general, humanity, quote unquote.
And you don't think it is?
I don't know the logistics of that particular experiment. And yes, I try to keep myself relatively as humane as possible. But as
I thought the shard was a Invictus thing, wasn't it?
it is, we were hired by the Invictus to do that.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Don't tell me you've ever been there.
I have never been there.
Fuck.
It was not my idea. It was a shock for most of us when we heard about that. As I said, a
Oh.
good amount of the Ordo did not know about these particular experiments.
Uh,
If we did, we either would have admitted to them or denied them, hopefully in a justifiable way, just to avoid interruption mainly.
Either
The
way, politics are very interesting right now.
and something that, well, anyone should be able to get away from. But fair than that. There's politics and then there's right and wrong, but let's not get into it.
all I wish to say is the Ordo is, as he thinks upon his words for a moment, and then he continues, the Ordo are like the scientists you see in a lot of action movies. They do what they get paid or asked to do. Some will disagree with the ethics of it and choose not to show up. The ones that don't show up. We don't typically really think about morality on a large scale. It's typically completely individual. And the more older, or let's say, quote unquote, conservative ordos feel that the sense of ethics and morality that is purely based on professionalism is just a waste of time. There's no progress in that.
When
Honestly, though, all of us should be fucking in therapy or something. I mean, there's so much shit that. All right, fuck it. Uh, can we talk about something different?
sure.
Like, what have you guys seen any movies or read any interesting things? Anything?
Uh, I was working on a new act before I left the circus. Do you want to see a little bit of that?
Yes, please.
So she stands up and she takes off her jacket and lays it on the table. And then you see her. Fun fact, guys, Charlie is a contortionist. So you see her kind of turn her feet the wrong way and then bend backwards and turn like her elbows the wrong way and do like a little, and then like go into a handstand, and from there like just this whole like weird ass uncomfortable contortionist act.
Natalia's eyes just widen, and like for the beginning, she's like a little bit shocked, but then she's just sits there and she just very attentively just looks at you. It's just there's a smile on her face. It's
When
really impressive. Like, I'm guessing that's just, you know, lots and lots of practice and ballerina stuff and shit.
the ballerina stuff helps. I'm double jointed anyway, so like I can naturally do it a lot easier.
Wow. Okay. I mean, she just has this almost smug smile on her face. She's just, well, I mean, I'd really like to see more of that in the future. Like, it seems really, like, well, I guess it's not that difficult for you, but wow, it's
A lifetime of practice.
right.
I mean, I don't perform anymore. Well, so I recently left the circus because a whole bunch of stuff was happening, but like, you can look it up. We've got some of our performances online.
I'll check them all out. She smiles at you.
Oh, thank you.
Um, Charlie, you not quite sure, but like Natalia just seems to look you over a bit more, and that smug smile. You're not quite sure, but maybe she's checking you out.
I do have striking looks, so I am, and she is a diva, so this is just normal for her.
Yeah, but you're definitely getting a reaction. And she's just like, well, I mean, we'll have to. I mean, I do performances here as well. It's a bit different, but I think you'll like it if you're up for that thing.
I would love to see you perform sometime.
I'll hold you to that.
What was that?
She just said, "I'll hold you to that."
She just nods.
So yeah, you can't. By the way, my old number is not in use anymore. I have a burner phone. Can I give? Could we exchange numbers just so that I can get in contact with, well, the both of you, both you, Charlie and Julian.
Of
Just
course.
yeah, I had to ditch most of my shit after, well, shit went sideways. But yeah, I'm
Charlie
not.
will give you her number.
You will get hers. It's a like completely random, and you can see that she does type your number in, but it's in one of those like shit phones, like like shit phones, like doot, 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 like Nokia, old Nokia shit bricks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's that sort of thing. That's the one she says she's not. It doesn't seem like. Oh, maybe there's some retro in it, but who knows? But she just like, all right, great. Um, okay, so you perform, which is really awesome. Looking forward to more. You're going to see me perform. This is very good. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm feeling a lot better now. Julian, have you performed any sick experiments lately? She just looks at you. You know, that's kind of the thing that makes you feel good, right?
I don't typically form sick
I'm
experiments.
kidding. It was a
And
colorful way of asking you, what have you been up to?
Well, yes. Do you want to hear the truth, or you just want to hear something
Do I
nice?
have a choice?
Well, that's why I gave you a choice. Yes.
Remember the time when I had to drag you off when you missed your legs?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you telling the truth to me doesn't will not hurt me. It will not be bad. It will just be, it'll just be the truth, and I'm used to it. Like we've been through worse together. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So yeah.
Outside of losing my company and my home, I've been recovering.
How the fuck did that happen? Oh, the police investigation.
Yes.
Ah, shit. Hmm.
So
Maybe I can look into that.
I have an idea how it happened.
I mean, I can get you like maybe I could get you a location or like somewhere to hang out or something.
No, the Ordo have been unusually kind to me, and I am starting to finally recover from that particular day.
Well, just keep in mind, I might be able to help you with certain things with the police and the official shit.
Thank you.
Just, just saying. Keep it under advisement. It's fine.
And outside of my typical duties within the Ordo, I am finally having a place I can relatively say my own. I'll be working on a particular project that got sidelined. At least,
By the way, you're sounding. Do I need to make you a new T-shirt? I can understand if you lost your previous T-shirt. She smiles, quite irritatingly at you.
eh, I am what I am, as he says in a kind of a dry tone, but it's
Have you? She just points to Charlie. Have you seen him wear the T-shirt?
He normally wears shirts.
It says his name on it, Captain Bringdown. I made it for him.
That's very kind of you.
Oh no, it's really not. It's actually quite annoying. I know, but I enjoy it. So I'm kind of an asshole sometimes. So.
it is a kind gesture, more than most people give me. But one thing I wish to work on for the betterment of the city outside of my one particular method to deal with the violet when that was a issue, at least when that was a priority, is working on a particular method to help with, well, not necessarily our feeding problem, more of our coping technique I'm trying to work on to help resist the beast, especially when it gets, let's just say, irritated.
Right, right. Well, so this isn't my place, but I might be around. It's only I'm only down here like twice a week, and yeah. But I mean, I suppose no one cares about what I did now, so I guess I can be less freaked out about it. But I mean, that's a good thing. But you know,
You know, so that. So, uh, I'm just, I guess, glad that you're not dead. So I was
Yeah,
concerned.
you too. Or yeah, I'm glad you're not dead either.
But other than that, I guess I've been reading more history books of late.
It's always comforting. In a way. I mean, I've been I've been doing it to myself, but a lot of the classics covered. Dostoevsky, other stuff. That's quite good.
Uh, and then Julian kind of seems to kind of maybe best way to say it is kind of lost the point. And then he just says, well, outside of the politic thing, I and the reading, I'm yes, I'm still the Captain Breakdown that you knew me as.
Quite. I mean, you haven't lost your touch, I suppose. She just kind of grimaces as she says that.
I'm sure as he looks over at the Charlie and goes like, she will be a better person for conversation.
Oh, I'm enjoying this. I don't know what's happening between you two, but I am thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, it's we're a comedy duo. It's like Laurel and Hardy, but just dead and not so much physical comedy, but it's more like it's a whole thing. You'll get it when you get older.
But as he stands at the table, I will be kind and make sure that if I ever come your guys' way, that I'll let you know. Hopefully that won't be the case.
Is the Captain Bring Down thing like because he's a little bit of a downer, or
A little bit. Have you talked with this guy?
well, I'm
It's
trying to
like
be.
he always sounds like it's like some sort of like I don't know medieval doomsayer or something. Like in the beginning when I met him, that's at least how it sounded like. At least to me. I mean, I don't know. Like death is upon us. Everything will be like Jesus Christ, and I just like lighten up or something. But I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely have an outlook on life.
Thank you.
Of all the outlooks on life I've seen, this is one of them.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, yeah. I fucking. She looks down at her bag. Um, and she's just. I need to get going. I. I need to get going. But it was nice to see the two of you. And she just shakes her phone. She just says, just do keep in contact. Or give me a call. Well, actually, don't give him a call. Just send text messages if you want to meet or something. But yeah. And expect that I will have this phone this phone I probably won't have on me, so it will take a time for me to respond. But just just so you know,
He nods.
you know, emergency procedures and all that.
And he'll also look between the two of you and say, and I made this offer up for some other people, and I think it'd be wise to make sure this offer's up to you too as well. If you wish to learn to be a bit more resilient, I am always up for trade.
That's very kind of you.
Natalia just looks at you and she says, "Deal. I could use that."
And he nods to that. We can discuss the specifics at a later date. I appreciate you.
Well, as soon as possible, I'd actually like to start training, honestly.
All right. I'll send you a text message about this, and we can meet up at a place.
Okay, she looks. Actually, she picks up a computer and just types in some things, looks at some things. Is tomorrow or the day after tomorrow? You free there?
So we can do tomorrow. I have time.
Tomorrow. All right, it's a deal. I'll talk to you later. And yeah, Natalia will just say goodbye to the both of you, and she will head out.
Yeah, Charlie just waits.
I appreciate you not only coming here, but I guess dealing with a little bit of a interruption. But it has been some time.
It has. It was nice seeing you again. Hopefully we'll see each other again soon. But if not, it's been great.
He nods. You have a good day, Miss Barnett.
And you as well.
And Mr. Goodman will begin to leave the bar. And if anybody doesn't have anything else they wish to say, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good morning, evening, or night.